Hello and welcome back to the best channel on YouTube you'll ever find. Today I'm going to be looking at the Acquaer water pump. I omitted some information for personal security. So this is a water pump, 12 gallons. 12 gallons. Water pump. 12 volt, 15 amps, thermoplastic body, resists corrosion, stress, and heat, which means plastic. Includes 6-foot hose and suction attachment. Pretty good. Let's get this bad boy unboxed.
Dad?
Yes, my child?
I want you to swing me on the swing.
You want me to swing you on the swings? How about you come up here and you can look at this water pump with me? You want to do that? Okay, sounds good. Let's go. Here, you sit here. There we go. What are those? What are these?
Instructions.
Instructions. So you give those a read. I'll go ahead and get the rest of the stuff out of the box.
But I don't like the dirty.
Yeah, nobody likes the dirty. That is odd. Alright, this thing is decently heavy. I've had some little ones of these from Harbor Freight for various tasks previously, and they don't weigh very much. I suppose what I noticed first about this is its weight. It feels hefty. Oh, is that how that worked? Good. On-off switch, also pretty unique. Usually it's just hook it up to the battery and it turns on. So this is interesting. The fact that it comes with a spare impeller, O-ring, and is it an O-ring? I don't know. Seal and gasket. That's pretty unique. I don't think I've ever seen one of these little pumps come with a spare impeller. To me, that's very odd.
And one in.
So you could rebuild this pump. That's great.
And go.
My first complaint with this thing is there's no arrow showing you which way the discharge is. Don't care for that much. I want to say that this would be the in and that would be the out. That's just a guess. Okay, it's time for this thing's first mission. I have it in my kiddie pool, hooked up to a strategically placed golf cart. Pump is there on the rear seat. And then the hose goes all the way over there to the drop-off. Now, reason this is handy is usually we drain it right here, and then this area just fills with mud because there's a slight slope going this way. I keep meaning to add some dirt here, just never really have. So let's turn this thing on. See what happens. All right, gonna hit the switch. You can see the torque twist of the motor. I see water coming up through the hose. Yeah, looks like it stopped there and gave up. Alright, so pump has water in it now. It should be primed and good to go. It's not getting warm at all, so we'll let that run. But it's flowing out of there fine. Good. Well, it drained my West Nile welcome mat there in less than 5 minutes, so that's pretty impressive. Now, my first use of this thing was that kiddie pool, and if you noticed, it couldn't prime itself from the 4 feet off the ground here on top of the golf cart to the base of the pool. So I lowered the pump down, started pumping water, put it back up here, and everything was fine. So it can't prime itself at 4 feet. Do you really expect it to? But I was able to do it once it was lifted up. The motor, slightly warm. Less warm than leaving it out in the sun for a few minutes. Yeah, the golf cart tire is warmer than this, so it's really not struggling. Pump body itself, it's cool, which you would expect it being water cooled. I'm gonna get a Sharpie and write on there the direction of flow. That'll solve its problem. But that switch is handy. Most of these pumps I've had, usually you hook up alligator clips, and that's how you turn them on and off. In this situation, I'd have to run over there and take off the alligator clips instead of just leaning over and hitting the on-off button. So, not bad. Now, I don't know if that's a feature they all come with now. At least with the ones that I've used previously, they never have. The suction hose, the pickup hose, seems pretty good. Nice braided hose. I don't think these hoses are that good out in the sun for very long. They start getting kind of hard. So I'll keep that inside. One of the best features I like about it, other than the switch on the cord, is this suction base. You can imagine trying to drain that kiddie pool with a hose. It just keeps flopping out of there. This is nice. It keeps it down. And what I was thinking was going to happen was it was going to suck itself to the bottom of the pool, but it didn't, because it has these little tabs there that'll keep it up. So you can suck out all but the last 1/8 of an inch of water. So this is nice, and it's heavy, so it keeps the hose down. It's pretty nice. I like that. Now, if you're thinking I wasted perfectly good pool water when I could have put it in the tree, I can't, because the water that was in that pool was filtered and ran through the water softener. The salt isn't good for the tree, so it gets discarded. For the trees, we have its own unfiltered raw well water that we feed the trees with, in case you're wondering. Didn't pack a discharge hose, but don't need one. So let's see if this goes. Might as well use the jet to push my boat around. Yeah, that's got some good pressure to it too. So that is the review of my Acquaer water pump. Seems fine. Seems like it'll last a while, especially with that rebuild kit it comes with. Looks like you just pop these screws off, cover comes off, you got a gasket, you can change the impeller, put the new parts in, you're good to go for another couple of years, I'm sure. Features I like about it is this base. I mean, you can, even if this hose dies, that's a standard garden hose size. It goes right in there. So that's handy. I also like the on-off switch. Feature I don't like is a little arrow telling you which way it pumps, but it's pretty easy to figure out because you can just put your hand over it and feel it sucking. Again, I planned on getting a Sharpie and drawing a little arrow. That problem will be solved. But yeah, that's it. Any questions, let me know. Otherwise, see you next time.